At this time, we're going to have Mary Williams, who is the continuing education coordinator. She is going to read a poem. Mary, would you please come forward?
Thank you, Provost. This poem is entitled One Today. It was written by Richard Blanco, and it was read at the inauguration of the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama. And upon reading this poem, the words began to emulate in my spirit. And I thought about our president here at MCC. And so today, we read this poem in honor of a man with a vision. One sun rose on us today, kindled over our shores, peeking over the Smokies, greeting the faces of the Great Lakes, spreading a simple truth across the Great Plains, then charging across the Rockies. One light, waking up rooftops under each one, a story told by our silent gestures moving behind windows. My face, your face, millions of faces in morning's murals, each one yawning to life, crescendoing into our day. Pencil yellow school buses, the rhythm of traffic lights, fruit stands, apples, limes, crescendoing, oh, the rhythm of traffic lights, fruit stands, apples, limes, and oranges arrayed like rainbows, begging our praise. Silver trucks heavy with oil or paper, bricks or milk, teeming over highways alongside us, on our way to clean tables, read ledgers, or save lives, to teach geometry, or ring up groceries, as my mother did for 20 years, so I could write this poem. All of us, as vital as the one light we move through, the same light on blackboards with the lessons for the day, equations to solve, history to question, or atoms imagined. The I have a dream, we keep dreaming. Or the impossible vocabulary of sorrow that won't explain the empty desk of 20 children marked absent today and forever. Many prayers, but one light, breathing color into stained glass windows, life into faces of bronze statues, warmth unto the steps of our museums and park benches as mothers watch children slide into the day. One ground, rooting us to every stalk of corn, every head of wheat sown by sweat and hands, every head of wheat sown, every hand's gleaning coal or planting windmills in deserts and hilltops that keeps us warm. Hands digging trenches, routing pipes and cables. Hands as worn as my father's cutting sugarcane so my brother and I could have books and shoes. The dust of farms and deserts, cities and plains mingled by one wind, our breath. Breathe. Hear it through the day's gorgeous din of honking cabs, buses launching down avenues, the symphony of footsteps, guitars and screeching subways, the unexpected songbird on your clothesline. Hear squeaky playground swings, trains whistling or whispers across cafe tables. Hear the doors we open for each other every day, saying hello, salam, howdy, namaste, or buenos dias, in languages my mother taught me, and every language spoken into one wind, carrying our lives without prejudice as these words break from my lips. One sky, since the Appalachians and the Sierras claimed their majesty, and the Mississippi and Colorado worked their way to the sea. Thank the work of our hands, weaving steel into bridges, finishing one more report for the boss on time, sticking another wound on a uniform, the first brushstroke on a portrait, or the last floor on the Freedom Tower, jutting into a sky that yields to our resistance. One sky toward which we sometimes lift our eyes, tired from work. Some days guessing at the weather of our lives. Some days giving thanks for a love that loves you back. Sometimes praising a mother who knew how to give, or a forgiving father who couldn't give what he wanted. We had home. Through the gloss of rain or weight or snow, or the plum blush of dusk, but always home, always under one sky, our sky. And always one moon like a silent drum, tapping on every rooftop and every window of one country, all of us facing the stars, waiting for us to map it, waiting for us to name it. Together, together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Next, we're going to have a musical selection from Mike Ostrom, and he's our Chief Information Officer. So, Mike, he's already up here. Okay. right, good deal, Mike. Didn't practice at all, huh? Well, anyway, the next person I'd like to bring up to the podium knows our president quite well. Miss Connie Nesbury. She's going to come up and make some comments. Connie.
Hi. I want to thank everyone, all the staff, so much for putting this together. This really means a lot. Especially, Mike, your song was very touching. Thank you. It was excellent. And Mary, the poem, I love that poem as well. And Trinette and Dr. Salmon, your comments. Thank you so much. To Dale, a humble guy, I must say that this wasn't my idea, okay? When your staff said they wanted to do this, and then they said they were going to order cake, I wasn't going to say no. They told me I couldn't roast you. So, I guess. No. I did think of some things to say, but seriously, I was asked to talk about what it's like to be First Lady and how it has been to be a supportive spouse for Dale over the years. First, we did receive a letter from Fritz Stansel that I want to read. It says, "Congratulations, Dr. Nesbury, for the excellence of your educational leadership at Muskegon Community College and the enormous impact you have had on the effort to improve downtown Muskegon and the West Michigan area. During your 8 years as president of MCC, your creative and energetic approach to problem solving, combined with your executive abilities, have established you as one of the finest community leaders this area has known. We all take pride in the fact that you are homegrown and are a product of your fine family environment, the Reese Puffer School System, and the West Michigan community. Finally, thank you for continuing to serve on the Board of Trustees at Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp. Your many years of volunteer service and dedication to the success of this organization have been and continues to be enormously appreciated. Best wishes for your continued success, Fritz." So next I have a short recording from our daughter. It's very short. That I will play here for a second. Nikki, our daughter, lives out in Washington, D.C., and of course, I just had it up here on my phone, and now it's like disappeared. And so sorry. And our yeah, and our son Matt will celebrate with you later at on his own terms. Whoops. Oh, bummer. This is. Now I'm nervous, so I can't find it, you know. Yeah. Yeah, that would be you, yeah. Well, okay, I will find it later. So anyway, about being First Lady. Many of you may not know that there's a significant other support group for spouses of presidents in Michigan, and we meet once a year. There are a range of ways that spouses, and some of them are men, see their role. As a counselor psychologist, my training and habits are to observe and provide a sounding board. A few spouses work at the same college, particularly if the spouse is already there as a professor or whatever. But to Dale and I, that could cause a conflict of interest or feelings of favoritism, like if he gave my department a new building, which of course I would lobby for. I was on a panel discussion on this topic a few years ago at the National ACE Conference in Los Angeles. Other spouses were flabbergasted that we walked in parades. You don't ride in a limousine? And to me, it's good exercise. Why not be a role model to encourage the community to walk and exercise? And it's a fun time to interact with the community. One time when we were walking in a parade, I went up to this little girl and she was like, "Is that the president over there?" And I said, "Yeah. And you know what? Someday you could be president too." And she was 5 years old and she goes, "Yeah." I'll never forget that. That was so great. It's so fun to plant a seed like that in a little kid's mind. And I should have got her name because she'll probably be here as president someday. One spouse on the panel I was on lived in a president's house on campus where the first floor was open to the public and they had events there all the time. And her former business was as a florist. She felt obligated to decorate that floor every week and be there as a host. And on the panel, she was in tears that she had no private life. But she just didn't understand that she didn't need to take on all that responsibility herself, and she could ask for help and set her boundaries. So I enjoy attending events with Dale, but we limit it to those where all spouses are invited, pretty much. And I have my own consulting and writing business so that I've set it up so that it's flexible, so that I can be available when needed, but I also have my own thing to do too. Many times in the community, people come up to me, like in Myers, everywhere, and they start talking to me like they're talking to him, as if I have the power to get them hired. I know every faculty person on campus, and I know what they're doing. I can advise them on what classes to take. I've been good at spotting this right away and turning them around and supporting them in talking to the right person on campus. Many times they're just fearful or shy about calling the campus, especially the president, you know. And I keep telling them he has an open door policy. He's a lot of fun. Just walk in. Just bother him. It's no problem. You know, Cindy's will guard, you know, if it's needed. Moreover, private joke. He writes things all the time and puts moreover in it, and I keep deleting it. Okay? So I had to put it in here. Moreover, I am supportive by staying out of the college's business and letting people do their jobs. And they all do an excellent job. Dale, when I look at you, I see a man who has had a great impact in his life in all the positions that you've been in. That has been for the benefit of the greater good. From impacting state legislators by training them how to improve their fiscal management, to greatly improving the city of Boston's contract system, where you had to collaborate with many parties, and helping turn around the Boston Police Department's data collection systems. I've seen the enormous impact that you have had as a professor on students, many of whom you're still in contact with. Actually, one of them is due to have their first baby today. They live in Pennsylvania. Yeah, we're waiting for that. Through your work at Oakland University, Adrian College as vice president, and here as president. I also know that you've mentored many faculty and students and staff along the way to improve their skills and encourage them to reach their goals. I've seen the sacrifices that you've made for our family, particularly being in San Diego for a year as an ACE fellow, where we had to communicate through Skype, to be able to reach your own goals. And as we discussed last night, you've done all this while we've dealt with life happens stuff. Having 2 wonderful children, moving a lot, illnesses, family issues, dealing with discrimination at times in various forms. And just so you know, I mean, this is Black History Month. I'm going to say it like it is. We've been spit at. He's been called names. We've been denied opportunities or equal treatment. But you know, this happens to a lot of people in society, not just us, you know. I am so proud of you and so proud to be your spouse. Most of all, I am so proud because this life of ours has not been about you or about us. It's a constant conversation at our house about what's best for students, what's best for staff, faculty, and our community. You work tirelessly to balance everyone's needs, including our families. Thank you.
Legislators are. Politicians, yeah. Well, we always got to get in the middle of it. Sorry. So I'm going to.
Outnumbered here.
Yeah, that's the way we like it. Usually it's you're coming to our offices.
Yeah, this is different.
Or calling us on the phone, telling us what's what.
That's right. Right now.
We'll cover that later.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's my distinct pleasure, along with our colleagues, Representative Sabo and this guy back here, Senator Jeff Hansen. We have a special tribute from the state of Michigan to Dr. Dale K. Nesberry, president of Muskegon Community College. Let it be known that it is a pleasure to offer congratulations to Dr. Dale K. Nesberry upon his completion of 8 years of service. You're not done yet, I know. Yeah, this is an interim one, okay? In Muskegon, to Muskegon Community College. Also, on behalf of me, welcome home. We like to see Muskegon folks come back and help us out. So, with the record that this talented and energetic leader has compiled over his 8 years here, this is the most fitting symbol of excellence in an endeavor of great importance to every citizen, business, and institution in this state, the education of our young people. In his 8 years as president of Muskegon Community College, Dale Nesberry is being singled out for his efforts in several areas. In addition to being the first black president, which we need to celebrate, Dale has led a new age for Muskegon Community College in leading the largest expansion in the college's history, being ranked 27th nationally by Value Colleges for the best value of college in 2016. That's awesome. And in being awarded the national designation of Leader College by the nonprofit Achieving the Dream. We applaud the dedication that Dr. Nesberry has consistently displayed and offer our thanks for the manner in which both students, educators, and the state of Michigan all benefit from his hard work. In special tribute, therefore, this document is signed and dedicated to salute Dr. Dale K. Nesberry upon his completion of 8 years of service. May he continue to prosper in the years to come. Signed by myself, Holly Hughes, Representative Terry Sabo, Senator Jeff Hansen, Lieutenant Governor Brian Calley, and Governor Rick Snyder. So. Thank you.
I have the mic. Wow. Well, I get a couple of seconds here just to say that, you know, this has been an amazing ride. That when I first met Dale, oh my gosh, you know, the energy, the vision, the, you know, just the friendship that we've worked on in, well, I've been over 6 years that I've been in this position, but even before that, as we worked on things and always willing to come and talk about what's going on. You know, he always is willing to come and talk about what the college needs to be successful, to be more successful, because that's, I swear, it's the only thing he thinks about all day and all night is what, pretty much, right? But it's so refreshing because it's almost fun. In fact, it is fun
I think so.
to work with Dale and to you just get caught up in the vision of his forward thinking. He doesn't think about today. He thinks about 10 years down the road. And all the things that we're doing today, what's it going to mean for the students 10 years down the road? And it's been just a distinct pleasure to be able to work with Dale as we've gone through. We've had a lot of, we had a lot of working together, and he even puts up with me on the foundation board. And it's been, I appreciate it, and hopefully another 20 years.
20 years, oh man. I'm going to be in Cabo in 20 years.
But we're glad to have you, and congratulations, because you've just been a wonderful,
Yes,
wonderful person to run this great community college.
Thanks, Jeff.
So I'm going to hand it to Terry, but I want to say just one thing. Thank you for taking my cell phone calls and backing me up with this Promise Zone board stuff, because that's been a really key thing. I know you've worked on a ton of things with Jeff, but I appreciate you backing me up and me backing you up, and it's been a great team, and I appreciate all you're doing, because some of the stuff wouldn't be happening if we didn't.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
So that was important. It still is.
Yeah, we'll continue to work on it.
Well, Dr. Nesbitt, I just want to say, when I was first elected just back last summer and fall, you were one of the first people that reached out after the election to say, hey, look, this is what we got going on here at Muskegon Community College. But I think more importantly, you offered a hand and said, look, if you need anything, whether it's college related or not, come and see me, get a hold of me, and I'd be glad to help. And I certainly appreciate that, and as well as with Connie as well, because she's been very instrumental as well, and she's reached out several times, and that's really important for me as an incoming freshman legislator to have that kind of support, especially from somebody with your stature back here in Muskegon. So thank you very much.
Thanks, I really appreciate it. Thank you, Well, I should note that, without these three folks and other state legislators that we've had, but particularly these three individuals, what's going on campus would not be happening. And this just doesn't happen in a vacuum. So I would say that not every community college, not every four-year institution is fortunate enough to have a strong legislative contingent and people who I consider to be personal friends who, we exchanged emails and phone calls at 10 a.m., probably midnight, 2 a.m., right, 2 a.m.? So, to get things done, the work doesn't stop at 5 o'clock, as we all know on campus, or 6 o'clock, or 7 o'clock, or 8 o'clock, so it goes on. But our students, and we have a table of students here, that's why we do it. I'm here, and I know our Board of Trustees, they've always taken the attitude that our students are the most important people on campus, and I think for a good reason. It's because our students are our future, and without our students, none of us would be where we are today. We're all students at some point in our lives, so that's critical. But I should thank my lovely spouse for keeping this a secret. I had no idea that this was going to happen. I'm just dying. Seeing people like Ernie Fordham, my almost next door neighbor and kind of golfing buddy. We try not to embarrass ourselves too much. Ernie's a lot better golfer than I am, but having people come and provide support is excellent. And so, I'm looking around the room trying to think of who have I known the longest in this room. I see Missionary Cole, who I've probably known since I was probably maybe 10, 11, 12, visiting my brother. I have several high school buddies. Vince Skrimsky is over there. I'm formerly Julie Harris, who works for the college now. She's here. Irma, at one point, Henderson is now Irma Starr is here. It's just tremendous to have the people here to provide the support. Didn't expect it. My man Frank Warwick is and Carol Ann are hiding back there. The one shot I didn't see up there is the West Michigan Worship Center praise team. Frank, a musician extraordinaire. I mean, I play a few instruments, but Frank plays like about 85, right, Frank? 86. So that's about the size of it. It's something else. So I'm looking at this resolution. This is cool. You know, and it's much better than the first resolution that I received, not from the state Senate, the state House, or the governor, but from my partners at the Michigan Senate Fiscal Agency when I left to go to Colorado. It said a bunch of stuff, but mainly it said that there is a store, a restaurant in Lansing called Afternoon Delight. They said, Nesbury, you eat so much food, when you leave, they're going to go out of business. And they did. I mean, they went out of business. So like 2 years later, I come back. Yeah, let's go to Afternoon Delight. Oh man, they're like, no, they're done. They're done. So boy, that's tough stuff. But seriously, I just had a couple notes that I was making because I didn't know we were going to have this crowd. I thought about, should I do a PowerPoint? And say, I don't know, should I make just a couple talking points? Yeah, I'll do that. You know, so I didn't go that route. But you know, I just want to say thank you all for being here. This is very, very gratifying to me that you would take time out of your day to, you know, to share it with me and lovely spouse and, you know, all of us together. You know, and I did notice that someone did some real homework on these slides. So I always tell people I used to have hair, and this is living proof that yes, I did have hair. And it was, and those pictures, I think, from like 10th grade and 11th, 12th grade, those were all like after a haircut too. So, you know, it's that's the sort of a medium fro. But thanks to all the staff here, thanks to all the faculty here, you know, my buddies here, I see a few barristers out there looking handsome and debonair. Oh yeah, yes sir. And old family friends and people who I haven't seen in a little while, or I see every once in a while. So you know, thank you all. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I know I'm missing a lot here, but truly, I'm usually a guy who doesn't lack for words. I mean that's all. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Got my Spartans going on here, so well. Thank you very much. I'll leave it at that, and you know, stop in and see me sometime, students. Actually, okay, I'm not speechless. So last night I ran into a student at a concert. It was, I'm going to say not the collage concert, but the West Michigan Concert Winds concert, right? So, and this kid is an early college student. He's a violinist. He's attending MCC. So he comes up to me after the concert, and I see him. Oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing? And so he tells me that his dad was an MCC student. He's an MCC student now. He's playing with the Concert Winds. I'm sorry, the Shoreline, not the Shoreline Symphony, but the Youth Symphony, the Michigan Honors Orchestra. And if he had not had the opportunity to do early college here, it would have cost his parents, where he wants to go to school, about $35,000 a year, and he's going to school here for free. I mean, FREE, free, because of early college. Playing violin. Great stuff, and that's to the honor of our board and to our faculty and staff and everyone here who helped us put this system together. It was just a wonderful activity that, you know, I just didn't expect to have that experience, but it does happen, and that's why I do what I do. But so now I'm done. Thank you very much. Thank you again.
Okay, good deal. Your leadership has been legendary and transformational, and we're going to end with that.